Good evening. Tonight I'm gonna introduce you to our lesson, Introduction to Operating System. So this is part of your IT 312 Operating System Module 1, Lesson 1 and 2. So our objectives is to number 1, discuss operating system as a whole. Number 2, value the importance of learning about operating systems. And number 3, understand the basic applications of operating systems. For operating systems overview, an operating system is defined as a system software that manages computer hardware, software resources, and provides common services for computer programs. It is a collection of software that manages computer hardware resources and provide common services for computer programs. The operating system is a vital component of the system software in a computer system. So why do we need to learn operating system? So we all know that an operating system is an interface between a computer user and a computer hardware. Therefore, an operating system is a software which performs all the basic tasks like file management, memory management, process management, handling input and output, and controlling peripheral devices such as disk drives and printers. So what are the popular operating systems? Three of which are Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. So we have the important functions of operating system. First is memory management. Memory management allows the user to interact between the operating system as a buffer for user programs and hardware. So without memory management, there will be no apparent middleman between user and the hardware. Number 2 is process management or processor management. So we all know that your operating system processes hardware at the same time software. Device management. For device management, this allows the interactive devices management of different hardware peripherals. Like for example, just like in your Android phone, you can already use some applications and functions in your desktop. Another is file management. So in other times, we only use cabinets to manage files. Now, it is easy for us to manage files because your operating system designed in such a way that that is easy for a file to be stored and to be retrieved. Another is security. So for security, operating systems allows the user to have a built-in security on all applications like email, folder, documents, web pages, and the cloud. It also offers privacy for file security, access control, data residency, and key management. Another important function of operating system is the control over system performance. So this is a basis of how your computer will perform. Like for example, a newer computer is much faster compared to the old computer. Why is that? Because over time, files are being populated on your storage devices. Without control over system performance, there will be no management of memory to initiate the speed of the computer inside your operating system. Next important function of operating system is your job accounting. For job accounting, this refers to all the tasks that is being performed and accounted for. Like for example, if you run an application on your desktop, that application on your desktop performs its function. However, for its job accounting, it is clear-cut process wherein it is mandated to perform an audit trail. Your audit trail will know if ever your files are being stored, retrieved, or put into recycle bin. So that is the function of job accounting. For error detecting aids, error being into significant functions for operating systems, be it a single bit or a burst error, it will be performed in such a way that there will be a process for detecting and mitigating errors. Another important function of operating system is the coordination between other software and users. So this is called a system interface. Without system interface, there will be no such processes or whatsoever that might be of significant for the computer to run. Now let's go to your activity. In activity number 1, you will have to have Research 101. What you're going to do is to list 3 major operating systems and research on the following features. So it must be all in term paper format. So first is you have to list down its name and definition. Number 2, the developer. Number 3, the history. Number 4, the latest release update. Number 5, support. And number 6, its features. What is a term paper format? So in term paper format, there must be a cover page. So what is the content of the cover page? You have to align the text that contains your name, your course number, and your teacher's name, and the date of the deadline in the center of the page. For the abstract, usually less than 1 page long, the abstract describes your work. It lets readers know where the term paper is headed and the issue at hand, and why the subject was interesting or important enough that you decide to write about it. Next is introduction. The introduction should begin with a statement of the topic to be discussed. Explain the significance of the topic or problem at hand, and write about how you plan to discuss or resolve the issue. Then the body of the term paper should contain the main points from your research. What you're going to do in the body is the body will provide the information about the topic so that the reader can further understand what is being discussed. Now, don't forget certain decisions pertaining to these issues and the analysis of the research that you've done. Next is the result. Explain why your research has led to you to believe certain things about your subject. How was your view changed from when you began the project, or has it stayed the same, and why? So tie everything you've been explaining into what you have stated in your introduction. Then discussion. End with the summary and the conclusion about the topic in question. Finish by stating opening questions or by prompting the reader to continue his or her own research on the subject through our discussion. For activity number 2, what you're going to do is to make a pic collage. But you have to refer to the applications of operating system. So there are 9 of them that we have discussed lately. So make a picture collage of these applications and label them according to use or function. So you may use any online and offline software, provided it will be copy-pasted to any word processor. So you're going to save it as activity number 2, DOCX, and provide at least 5 pictures for 1 app with labels. So this picture should not have any copyright implications and can be downloaded from the web for free. You can also take your picture and post it on our collage, provided it is related to our activity. Now, this is the links for future references and Semper Fi. Thank you very much.